All right, choir, so today we are looking at eighth notes and how to do this worksheet for Down by the Bay that includes some eighth notes. Now I do need to talk to you a little bit about something that I made a mistake on your worksheet. So let's take a look at the worksheet right now. Right here, this link that I had for you guys, that is a bad link. Don't use that one. It's not going to get you any extra help. However, if you take a look at your Google Classroom, there is a website linked in with this assignment. Use that link, that has all the resources. I went back and fixed it. If you need any extra help, you need me to get you that link, email me and I will get you that link. All right, so let's take a look at these eighth notes and eighth rests. What do they mean? What do they look like? How can we write them? There's lots of different ways to write them. And then we will take a look at how you start to count them. All right, so on the website page that has all the extra resources, we have this right here that shows us how many beats our different types of notes and our different types of rests get. Okay, so today we're looking at the eighth note and the eighth rest. Each one of them get half a beat. So if you get two of them, that fills up one beat. So if this is the beat, tick, 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 two of them, ta, 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 or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it goes 2 per beat. Tick, 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 tick. This is the beat. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, so those are our eighth notes. And they help us be able to do some more complicated rhythms, right? For example, if I had an eighth rest followed by an eighth note, and I'm going to do a series of those, eighth rest, eighth note, tick, 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 tick. Okay, it kind of has a syncopated rhythm feel. Used a lot in mariachi, polkas, lots of different sort of dance music, Americana music has those syncopated, meaning on the up part of the beat, rhythms, where you have an eighth rest followed by an eighth note. All right, now there's also something else that we need to take a look at. Eighth notes are not just drawn one way, right? We can have it like this. We can also have them flipped upside down like normal, but we can also have two of them connected by a beam over the top of them. Okay, so this is two eighth notes connected up together, and that means that all together, if we add up 1/2 plus 1/2, this entire thing gets one beat. And this is how the eighth notes appear in the Down by the Bay song. They're connected up. So each one of these segments of two eighth notes means one beat. So if we take a look at this worksheet, we see some examples of eighth notes that are written several different ways. So this is sets of 4 eighth notes all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a common grouping of eighth notes. Right here we have 4 eighth notes. Right here we have 2 eighth notes. Okay, and the way that we count these eighth notes is there are 2 per beat. So you need to feel what's called the subdivision of the beat. Okay, and that's how you divide the beat up. The beat can be divided up lots of different ways, but the most common way is to divide it up into 2. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we divide the beat up into 2. So right here at the beginning, we have 1 and 2, 1 and sh, 3 and sh, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sh and through. Let me start this measure again. Sh and sh and sh and sh and 1 sh, 2 sh, 3 sh, 4 sh. Okay, and I'm substituting an sh for every time that there is a rest. If you're singing, you just are silent where I'm putting the sh's. I'm putting the SHs there because rests are not actually a time for you to take a break and rest from the music. They are a time to recuperate and get ready for the next bit of music that is coming, meaning you have to be engaged still with what the beat is and where the beat is and listening into the music. You're not disengaged from the music during a rest. You are engaged with the music during a rest. The SH helps you do that when you are counting. All right, so that's how you count it out loud. This right here shows an example of it. Up top here, we see examples of how this is all counted. Notice like the brackets don't go very well around 2 eighth rests really close together. Sorry about that. Did the best I could with the stuff that I have to be able to include it in the brackets. So let's take a look right here at your number 1. Okay, you want to type it out because you can't draw. This worksheet was originally created to draw. So we have 1 eighth note, 2 eighth notes, 3 eighth notes, 4 eighth notes. So 1 and 2 and. Okay, that's 4 eighth notes worth. The and is the subdivision of the beat. It's where that up part of the beat goes. So if you have tick, 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 it goes up, up, tick, up, tick, up, tick, up. So that's the ands. And those numbers are where the beats are, where the beats happen. So right here at the beginning, we have 1 and 2 and. That was our first set of 4 eighth notes. Then we have 2 more eighth notes right there. So that is 3 is on the beat, and then the and is on the and of the beat. And then we have first half of the beat 4 is right there inside of the brackets for 4, and then we also have the other half of the beat as the and there. Okay, so this is going to be inside of a bracket, 4, inside of bracket, and. Now notice I am using the plus sign for the ands. That's just a convenient, easy way to do it. Doesn't matter how you do an and. You could do and like this. You can type the word, and you can also use the and sign. Okay, that also means and, but I just like to use the plus symbol. Makes it simple and easy to do, and you see the plus all over the place on the keyboard. All right, so that was our first measure. Make sure you divide up the measures and you put a bar line there for the next measure. Then we have this right here. Eighth rest, eighth note, eighth rest, eighth note, eighth note, eighth rest, eighth note, eighth rest. So how that goes is beat 1 happens right there, right at the bar line. We should be starting over at beat 1. And there should be 4 full beats in the measure before because we're in 4/4 time. And right now, yes, there is. And this measure should contain 4 full beats, and we're going to double check that, try to make sure that that is correct. Okay, I'm copying over the and from this eighth note. Then we have the next number and. So the next number is 2 inside of brackets. Remember, anything inside of brackets is a rest, so we don't say it. It'd be sh and sh and. Okay, and then beat 3, we have the number there, then brackets and then 4, and the and in the brackets. Okay, so let's go ahead and count this out now. I'm going to be looking 2 places. I'm looking at the notes and my counting right here. My cursor is going to be on the notes so that you see and hear what it sounds like to be looking at the notes. This is how musicians read it. This is how we analyze it and make sure that we are doing it correctly. And when you're first learning, you need to analyze it, make sure you're doing it correctly, and then you do the performance way. So I am pointing at these notes as I count it. 1 and 2 and 3 and sh, 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 and 3 sh, 4 sh. Okay, and if you notice those beats that I was keeping incredibly consistent, it needs to be tick, 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 tick. Every single beat is consistent. Okay, you don't speed up or slow down at all. We don't want that at all. All right, now this next one, it's asking for you to do on your own the rhythm below. So you investigate this. The first number is in a bracket. Then we have the and for the beat for the eighth note here. Okay, that's these first two symbols after the 4/4 time signature. 1 and then beat 2 is in a rest. And then we have the and on the end of beat 2. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4 eighth notes. So it's number and number and. I'm not going to type it out for you. You can figure it out on your own. Make sure you do a new bracket symbol or a new bar line after you're done with that. Then this one, we would have beats 1 and. And then we also have beat 2 and the and of beat 2 are both rests. There we go. 2 and then we have this. I will let you go ahead and figure it out. It is beat on the notes, ands on the rests. So the beat number is there, then the rest will be an and in brackets. Beat number there and in brackets for that rest. All right, now let's take a look at number 3. You should be getting pretty good at this by this point. Make sure you enclose what you need to in brackets here, and you do the rest of it on your own. I'm not going to go through any more of it. You should be doing this now on your own. I will talk a little bit about what we have down here. This has some of the other rhythms that we have worked on before. If you need to, go back and take a look at these lectures that I have already posted on YouTube and Google Drive. Go watch the videos if you don't understand how to count these rhythms of quarter notes, whole notes, quarter rests, and all the rest of that. There is, right here at the bottom, for number 10, I have given you the counting for the first measure here. That's because this one is a bit different. We have 2 beats of rest. This is a dotted quarter note, and that gets 1.5 beats. So it's 1, and then you have an and on the and of beat 4. Why did I have those numbers wrong? That should be what it is. It's shh, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 is how I'd count that one out loud. That and of beat 4 comes a lot faster, and it comes off of that beat 4. So 3 and 3 and. Okay, 3 and taking a look at the notes. The next measure, I did measure 1 here as well because this rhythm is a bit tricky. Anytime there is a beat for a note right there, we want to know where the beat is, and so that means if it's an and it's 1 beat long, so it starts on the and right there, and it's 1 beat long, we need to know where beat 2 is. Okay, so that's 1 and 3. Okay, and it has that I don't know, jazzy syncopated feel. 1 and 3. That would be that first measure. The second measure and third measure there, you guys can get on your own. Okay, so make sure you get those on your own. Finish and fill this out. That's all we have to this. Remember, be better than you were yesterday.